Happy Friday, everybody. Let's talk about a couple things today. So, first and foremost, everybody's celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. You're a real big piece of shit. I don't give a damn if you disagree with his beliefs, what he preaches, what he says, his political preferences, anything like that. It is pretty fucked up that you're going to celebrate the death of another human being that got murdered in cold blood. It's fucked up. By the looks of me, you would think that I'm a Charlie Kirk supporter. That, by the looks of me, looks like I'm 100% on his side. No, I disagree with a lot of things that he was talking about. That doesn't mean I'm going to go out and fucking kill him. This shit's wild to me, man. With that said, some of the things he was talking about, I did agree with. It did make sense. One of the things, and this is the second topic I wanted to segue into, is gender affirming. So, I've been seeing this shit all over the place. YouTube, Facebook Reels, shit like that. I just watched a reel. This woman, she said she's non-binary, whatever the fuck that means. I guess you're not a woman or not a man. I'm not sure. And they said their pronouns were they, them. This shit's fucking wild to me, man. While I believe everyone to each their own, it doesn't change my life one way or the other. But they were talking about this woman's 4-year-old daughter. Now, this woman was in a 3-adult relationship. She was legally married to one, and it was like a 3-way thing they got going on. But the woman had a child, and it was a female, her daughter. And she said her daughter, at 4 years old, decided she didn't want to be a female anymore. And she didn't want to be a male. She wanted to be a they, them. You have a uterus. You're a female. So the woman is doing an interview, and the interviewer just called her out. It's like, that wasn't the 4-year-old's choice. You persuaded your daughter to make that choice. You know what 4-year-old's choice is? Rather, and the interviewer said this too, rather, the most important choice they made on a daily basis was rather to watch Frozen or Peppa Pig. And that makes sense to me. I have 2 children. I have a daughter and a son. And at 4 years old, I could tell you their biggest decision of the day was whether they wanted regular nuggets or dino nuggets or ramen noodles for lunch. Come on, man. This shit's wild, dude. What the fuck is going on? All this talk about feelings and, I'm offended by this and I'm offended by that, this, that, and the other. I mean, come on, man. I'm not getting it, man. I'm not getting it. I'm not prejudiced. I'm not racist. I'm none of that shit. But when it comes to you saying that your 4-year-old daughter has made a fucking life decision that they no longer wanted to be a female nor a male, no, that was God's decision when you were baking in the belly. Fuck, man. Why is everyone worried about this shit? There's bigger fish to fry out here. Look at the price of shit. Look at the price of shit. I mean, fucking, the cost of living has gone up so dramatically that it's hard for a middle class family to live, but yet there's schools out there that's supporting this shit. And telling schools out there telling your child that they can change their name? No, I picked that name. I named my fucking kids what I wanted to name them. My wife named my fucking kids what she wanted to name them. That's their name. You know, God picked their gender. My firstborn was a female. Thank God, because it changed my life. It made me into a different man. I'm going to tell you that, for the better. And I'd be damned if I'm going to let my daughter come to me and tell me, Dad, I'm a boy now. Bullshit. You're a female. Same thing with my son. With that said, my kids come to me and say, Dad, I'm gay. Or Dad, I like a different race. Cool. As long as you're happy, I'm happy for you. You know, I want to be a grandfather. I'll tell you that. I want grandkids. So, you know, if my kids are gay, that's going to be a fucking problem. You know, that's going to crush my heart that I can't be a grandparent. But, you know, but if they come to me and tell me they want to change their gender, no, the fuck you're not. I carried you around in my fucking nutsack my entire life for you to come out being my daughter, and for you to come out being my son. I'll be damned if you're going to get your pecker and balls cut off. Start taking fucking pills and shit to grow tits. No fucking way, man. No fucking way. Fuck that shit. Fucking blood pressure's going up and shit. Man. Come on, people, do better. Do better, man. You know, don't tell your 4-year-old kids that they're a different gender, man, and then tell everybody else that they made that decision. Don't do that shit. Nah, man, because there ain't no fucking 4-year-old in the world making that kind of decision. Ain't no 4-year-old in the world even thinking about that until you start putting it into their fucking head. I'm gonna tell you that right now, you fucking dumbass motherfuckers. I mean, that's child abuse, man. That's mental child abuse right there. I mean, you might as well tell them they're a piece of shit. They ain't gonna amount to nothing in their life. That's how bad it is. Because they're gonna grow up, and then when they start thinking for them fucking selves, and their whole childhood, they thought they was a boy when actually they was a girl, and then they start thinking to themselves when they're an adult, thinking, no, I'm not a boy, I am a female. But their whole life's been changed because at 4 years old, you convince them that they're a different gender. Oh, man. You're fucking these kids up, man. Doing that shit. You're fucking their heads up. You know. I don't get it. You know. Like I said, man, if your child comes to you, and they're not going to come to you at 4 years old and tell you they're gay. I don't care. I mean, you know, your daughter might think a female is pretty, just like they think mom is pretty, you know, but they're not talking about, oh, that bitch is hot, damn, I drink her bathwater. Nah, they're not fucking thinking like that. Neither is your son at 4 years old. You know, when they get older, you know, I think I started liking girls around 11, 12. I can't remember. You know, when they're that age, and, you know, if they, you know, your daughter comes to you at 11, 12, 13, whatever, whenever they start being attracted to other people, and they're attracted to the same sex, just make sure they're comfortable talking to you about it. Because it's fine, as long as they're happy. You know, but I'm not going to preach and try to convince my kids that they're straight, or they're gay, or they like another race, or to stick with their race. That's even worse. Don't fucking raise your kids teaching them to stick with their race. That's what's fucking wrong in this fucking world. Is one of the big things, the racist shit. Fucking makes my skin crawl, man. Don't fucking preach none of that, man. You know what you need to preach? You need to preach math, science, sports, how to throw a ball, how to ride a bike, how to drive a fucking car, how to count money, how to bank. Not who they should like and who they should be attracted to or what fucking gender they are. That's sick, man. That's fucking sick. You know, the government in this country is so fucking corrupt, so fucked up. You know, everybody thinks they're voting for a good president every fucking time. Yeah, you ain't voting for a good president. I don't give a fuck who they are. Democrat, Republican, what? Ain't nobody good in Washington. This shit's all fucked up over there. Other countries are laughing at us. But anyway, I'm on my way to the job site. I got to cut a tree up. I'm going to go have some fun. But I need to get on here and rant a little bit. So I love you guys. Stay safe. Go make some money. Happy Friday. Have a good weekend. And go Bucks.